Okay, hey everybody. Bazzoni back with you. And I'm going to try something on my dad again today. See if he falls for this. So, hold on here. Just listen. If he's home. Not answering. Come on, answer the phone.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, what's
Hey,
up?
what's up? Haven't talked to you in a while. Thought I'd call you and say hi.
Yeah, what's new? Anything?
Hey, I got a quick question for you. Okay?
Yeah.
And be honest with me, all right? Okay, I got a call.
Well,
I got a call, right?
you got a call, yeah.
Yeah, from Ed Benson. Okay?
Ed Benson, okay.
Yeah, and he was talking to me, and I'm like, who? I said, is this a prank? Is this a prank? Is this Dad? He's like, no, this is Ed, Bill. I said, okay. He said, hey, what? Do you know your parents' number? And I said, yeah, I know my parents' number. And he says, how can I get a hold of your dad? And I said, well, you can call him and see if he's home. And he goes, well, I tried, but nobody answers. I said, well, you got to let it ring for like maybe 6 or 7 times because it takes, they might be doing something. And he says, well, I got a quick question for you. I said, yeah. He says, would your dad be interested in selling his Suburban? I said, well, that's something you're going to ask him because he's got a guy down in Atlantic
Yeah.
that wants to buy it. And I said, well, I don't know, you're going to have to call him. So that was yesterday afternoon. I don't know if he called you or not.
No, nobody.
Because he said the guy is willing to pay $4,000 for that Suburban you have.
Wow.
That's what I said. I said $4,000. I said that thing probably isn't worth $4,000, is it, Dad?
Well, I don't think so. Because it's got rust on the sides and that.
Well, and I told him. He says no. He goes, I looked at it the other day. He goes, your dad had it parked out front, and I said, yeah. He says, well, he had it parked out front, and I said, yeah. I looked at it. It doesn't look too bad. I said, well, I know he has a, uptake on it. I know you have it well taken care of. I know if there's something wrong with it, you have it fixed right away.
Yeah.
And he thought you worked at Sunset Knoll still.
He did?
Yes. He said he went to Sunset Knoll, and the lady told him Jim hasn't worked here in 10 years.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
And I said, what? He goes, well, I was told that your dad still worked at Sunset Knoll in Aurelia. And I said, nah, that's not true. Ed, I said, Dad's been what, retired for how long, Dad?
I'm short of, I think, wait a minute now.
What were you, 61, 62?
Yeah, I was 1 month shy of being there 20
Yeah,
years.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, 1 month.
And he says, what was it? Yesterday afternoon, he had said that he had stopped, looked at the shape of the Suburban, and he said he got in it and looked around, and he said it was in great shape. And I said, did Dad know you were doing this? And he goes, well, I just figured, if he didn't want me to, if he saw me, messing around, he'd come out and say something. I said, yeah, but Dad's not that way. I don't know about getting in there and looking around and, so if somebody was going through your stuff yesterday, it was Ed Benson. So he said he could probably get about $4,500 out of there, and he said he could split it among you guys. If you want to sell it, he'd buy it. But I said you wouldn't buy it because Jim Brinkman owned it.
Yeah.
So that's what he said. Yeah, that's what I said.
His mom's got, that's the only way she can get in and out.
Yeah. He said there was some rust on that back door. He thought that maybe needed work because he thought he was opening it up back and forth, but he said it was rusty from the inside out. But other than that, that's all he said it was wrong with it. He said he was going through the engine. He said the engine looked fine. I said, was Dad out there? No, your dad wasn't home. I said, I'm sure he was.
Yeah, sure.
But for him to go through your vehicle and
Yeah.
open up the hood and look at your engine and open up the back doors, Dad?
Yeah, that's... Ooh. I couldn't do that.
I was going to call you last night when I got home, but I forgot to tell you what was going on. He was going through your vehicle.
Yeah, he should have been.
Boy, he should have called you and told you.
Yeah. Nobody
Whoa.
called.
He said...
That's Mom.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sell that. I told him that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't sell it.
Yeah, he said, well, I went to the door and nobody answered. I said, well, they probably didn't hear you or they're probably gone.
Funny, the dogs didn't raise hell.
Well, he said he heard the dogs barking.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
But
He had opened up the door and he just opened up the front door, and he said he was calling your name and the dogs were going crazy. So you must not have been there. He said, I walked in and I know your dad, and Mom, where the living room is. And I said, yeah. The dogs were nipping at my ankles, and I'm like, wow. I'm like,
God.
yeah, that's what I said.
You shouldn't... he should have asked me first. He wouldn't like me going in his home.
Well, I just thought that was kind of rude for what he did.
Yeah.
He said he went through your Suburban and everything to see what kind of shape. And
It is, yeah.
he says, boy, your parents' house hasn't changed in a long time, has it? I go, what? What the heck was he talking about?
Don't ask me.
If he does call you, Dad, tell him that, you don't appreciate him coming in your house and going through all your stuff.
No, you shouldn't do that, man.
My God.
Maybe you're trying to find condoms. We don't have them. People got phones, boy.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Boy, what would you did if you would have saw him, Dad, going through your vehicle?
What the hell are you doing?
He said the engine's in good shape.
I know the engine is in good shape.
Yeah, and he said you had a bunch of junk in the back.
Yeah.
He says you need to tell your dad to put that stuff in the house.
Yeah.
I said, that's his vehicle.
Huh?
I told him that it was your vehicle. He doesn't have to put the stuff in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He said you got a cable on your battery loose. And I said, well, I'll have to tell him that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got a cable loose on your battery outlet, he said. He said that's going to fall off, so you better tell your dad. I said, well, I'll have him call you.
Yeah.
So I gave him your number, and he said, okay.
But he had to call. So
No.
My battery's been running fine. I'll look and make sure.
Oh, my God. So, he said he left a sack on the table. Did you find it?
No, I didn't know there was a sack there.
Yeah, he said he put it right by the table where the fridge is. It says your name on there. He had a sack for you.
It?
Yeah.
Oh, look. I didn't see that.
And
He should have been in here.
you know what was in the sack, Dad?
Easter eggs? I don't know.
Oh, a bunch of bullshit like the rest of the story. God dang it, that was funny. Oh, I had to pull one on you.
I can see him doing that, though.
Poor Ed Benson. Oh, shoot. That was a good one, I gotta admit.
That's really... God damn.
I got you on that one. That was funny.
Why has he come? Oh, God.
He going through my house?
Yeah. What the hell was he doing?
You're probably thinking, what the hell is he going through my vehicle, my house for?
Oh, shit. Mom could have been doing abortion.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah, God almighty.
That was a good one.
Oh, God, that was...
Well, anyway, I thought I'd call you and give you a bad time.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, Dad.
I love you.
Bye-bye. How'd you like that one? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one.